Hello. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream. Am I actually streaming already? I didn't actually intend to click stream that quickly. Normally there's like a go live button, which I have to press. OBS has obviously got me to... okay, I'm unexpectedly live. Let's just get the chat up and running. Okay, so today what we're going to do is run a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 1 on Steam. So, well, not the one on Steam, through crossover. Okay, so specifically I cannot get the version through Steam working. So I'm just going to show you what happens when you actually try to get the Steam version working. There are issues, let's say. Good morning, good morning. Okay, let me reload my crossover. Yeah, so this is going to serve as like a mini tutorial on, how to get the Red Dead Redemption game working. So basically the issue is that if you try to run the Steam version of Red Dead Redemption 1, so this is the newly released version of the game, what will happen is that basically you'll go through like shaded compilation and you'll basically have issues crashing. So there's frequent crashing that happens with the Red Dead Redemption 1 game when you try to run it through Steam. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ghost K Web. Thanks for joining in the stream again. See some familiar names here. Let me put my stream into my teleprompter so I can actually, let's put the chat there so I can actually see properly. Just going to do like a mini stream today. So daughter is going for a swimming lesson. I'm moving into my new house bit by bit. Got big substantial overlap between the new property I bought and then the rental that I'm in right now. And going to be like half moving all day. But I thought it would be a good opportunity to do some testing because I'm going to do some testing anyway in order to get the game, to just demonstrate the game. I just want to do like this mini tiny tutorial. So I'm just going to show you how much space do you have in an external drive. I've got, yesterday I demonstrated how much space I'm using on my computer. I have a Steam library on my NAS, which is about 18 terabytes of games. In total, the actual amount of space is about 150 terabytes. Let me just see. Why isn't my stuff connecting? So I've got my, this is my games library, which is 18 terabytes. So I've got everything pre-compiled, ready to go. Just get my stuff ready. Yeah, normally I schedule a stream and then connect to my OBS, but then if you do this directly through OBS, I'm expecting a go live button, which tells me like what I'm supposed to, that I'm about to go live rather than just like launch straight into the thing, right? But today it's not doing that. So, okay, volumes, games. Okay, so this is my Steam library. I looked at it yesterday. It's like 18.5 terabytes of games. So, I just add this library and then I get all my games added on here. And I'm just going to show you what happens when you run Red Dead. And in order to get to as far as you can in the actual loading of this game, as of recording, what the best way to get as far as possible is to disable vsync. Then the only way to disable vsync is you need to go to your documents folder. So this is the macOS user documents folder. Then you need to go to Red Dead Redemption, and then you need to change the graphics options.xml. Open this with like text edit or something, and then you need to change the vsync value to 0. So edit this and then save it. And then when you actually launch the game, which I'm trying to launch now, it'll load up. One way is to load up the game through Steam itself, or you can also manually. What I've also found useful as well is to when Rockstar Games Launcher installs, the first time you run this, right, you could also launch Steam and then launch Rockstar Games Launcher manually as well, because basically it'll try to connect to the Rockstar game services. And then it might have some issues. Let me see, where's my terminal window? And I want to open up the Metal HUD. Just want to show you what happens, because this is unsuccessful, by the way. The Steam version isn't working. I'm just hoping that people see this and like basically try to get as far as possible in getting this to work. Okay, so it'll load up the Rockstar Games launcher, and then basically what will happen is that you'll try to run the game. The metal HUD will come up. If I've enabled metal HUD, I'm not sure I did. Sadly, the remastered Horizon Zero Dawn. Okay, I'm gonna ping Vladimir Prog about that, because he's made the patcher for Horizon Forbidden West, which has the same issue. Apparently, there are several problems with the Horizon Forbidden West one, but apparently the remaster uses the same type of engine modifications. Hopefully. Okay, so what's going to happen is that even after shaded compilation, this won't crash yet, but it'll try to authenticate with the Rockstar launchers. So I've already compiled my shaders already. So I've gone through that process, and that's normally when it crashes, and that's why you need to change the text edit of that file, of that graphics options.xml file, in order to get to this stage, and this is where it fails. So at the moment, whether it's through crossover normal, crossover preview, I believe Whiskey as well, this ain't working at all. So I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit out of this, I'm afraid. Okay, so that's, we're not gonna be able to do this through the legit Steam version of Red Dead Redemption 1. Okay, so what are your options? If you can't play Red Dead Redemption 1 through Steam or through the Rockstar Games launcher through crossover, what are your options? Well, of course you could emulate this through Ryujinx. It works fantastically. Nintendo Switch game being virtualized through Ryujinx Switch emulator, which of course is not really up to date at the moment, but it's all pretty good. And the other option as well is to use what I'm going to call a DRM-free version of Red Dead Redemption. So I'm sure you know what that means. I'm going to say it explicitly, but that's what it means. And this can run through crossover, but you need to make a tweak as well. So the tweak that, this is the version I'm running as well. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. Games Windows. So we'll do a little bit of this today. So this is a version of Red Dead Redemption 1, okay? And what will happen is that you'll try to run it for the first time, and you're going to have that crash. So we need to change that graphics options XML, and in the DRM-free version of the game, it is located in a different place. So this is information from Apple Gaming Wiki Discord, very useful, from Fonk, Enjoyer, and also someone called Aki, AKI, who helped me a lot in the Discord. And basically, I actually have to remember where this file is exactly. But once you've run commanded the DRM-free version playrdr.exe, it's going to create a graphics option XML, but it's not in the normal place. You need to go into your crossover bottle, go into the C drive, and then we're going to find our user folder here. So user folder within the bottle. So I'm using CXPatcher bottle, Steam, C drive, blah, 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 users. And then we go to crossover. So the default user is crossover. And then we open up app data and then roaming. So this is like the, sometimes Windows stuff likes to save files within app data. Right, I don't really know why. It's meant to be a place where you stuff like registry information and stuff like that, but you shouldn't really be putting graphics settings in here. So we've got Red Dead Redemption, and this is the folder that we want, but we can't see anything. So what you need to do is press Command Shift dot in order to reveal the. Okay, no, I'm actually in the wrong place. I need to be. Yeah, here we are. Yeah. So I'll just show my keystroke. Show my keystrokes. So when you're in the app data roaming folder, you need to press Command Shift and then dot. So that this command toggles on the hidden folders, hidden files and folders. So you can see the hidden files and folders here, and there's this one called .1911, and then Red Dead Redemption title, and then we have the graphics option .xml. We're going to open with text edit, and then you want to change this vsync value to 0, right? Otherwise, the game will completely crash, right? So just that's a tutorial. on how to get this to run right now. Obviously, this is the most convoluted way to do it. It's more convoluted than emulating the Nintendo Switch version of the game, so it's a bit of a pain. But let's give this a go. Pretty sure it was working. Yeah. So we're running the play RDR. We've changed the graphics options.xml, and it boots up. I haven't played it beyond this so far. So I've got my controller paired up. Let's give it a go. Let's play for an amount of time, and then we'll do Dragon Age Veilguard. I haven't tried that at all, so I've heard that it takes a bit of time to like compile shaders for that. So we'll see how that goes. I don't really know what's going to happen with that. And then that's going to be a pretty short stream for today. I'm not going to do too much because I've got to move house bit by bit, do some work on the new place. There's plenty of work to do. Once my daughter comes back swimming, my wife comes home, and then we can get some stuff done. Okay, so let's see here. Just going to check this is not, I don't want to affect my Steam. Yeah, it's not affecting my Steam. Sometimes they get good. Settings. Okay, so invert Y, invert T, and then graphics. Display looks good. Graphics full screen 120 off. Quality preset. Let's go high. Normally if there's an option I'll choose high. Upscaling. An old game like this doesn't need upscaling, right? Just put it on high and see how it looks. Okay, apply. Okay, it's all working nicely with this Xbox controller, which is good. So what's weird, right, is that all the screenshots I've seen, it doesn't tell me what version of DirectX we're working on. So like here, right, this on the I don't know what, is it crashed? Seems to be like, what's happening here? I think it feels like it's crashed or something. Hello, game, come get working. It did not like me. It don't like me doing this. I'll give it 30 seconds. Okay. So what is weird, right, is that in all the screenshots I've seen of this running, there's no information here on the top right. So this part on the bottom right, okay, it only of the metal HUD. So this is like the graphics FPS HUD thing, right? The metal HUD, right, normally shows like, it normally shows only if you're running something through D3DMetal, right? So I don't really know why this part is showing, but then there should be a part here which says Rosetta 2, Game 14 Toolkit 2.0 Beta 3, and then DirectX 11 or DirectX 12. So I don't really understand why that's not there. Okay, let's just quit. So it's obviously crashed. Obviously, it's not a very stable way to run this game. It's not particularly advisable to do this. This is more like a proof of concept, really. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully, like, we'll be able to get some kind of patch or patcher. See, it's like here, right? It's showing. You can see that it's showing the Rosetta x86-64. That means it's translating from x86-64 to ARM64, 2.0 Beta 3, and D3D12, right? So that's working. Yeah, I wouldn't be too impressed by the menu FPS. This is not Quint. This is not a big deal. Okay, let's see. Okay, now it's not crashed. See, that's disappeared, right? It's not saying D3D12 or D3D11. Like the menu was running in D3D11 or 12, but this part is not saying anything. So I'm not exactly sure why that is. So this is running 1080p high, no upscaling. Graphics look pretty good. Okay, let's answer some chat while this very long cutscene starts. Yeah. Okay. Andrew, do I think GTA 6 will get a native Mac port? Never. It will never get a Mac port. Maybe in 20 years' time. Yeah, okay, sorry, yeah. I didn't know you were joking about the FPS thing. Yeah, GTA 6 is never going to get a Mac port. If they don't make Mac ports of even stuff like GTA Definitive Edition or San Andreas and stuff, right, then I really don't think that, you know, I really don't think it's going to happen for any of the modern games, because the old games are really easy to port. Okay, Jazed. Please try Silent Hill 2 Remake. I already did that one like last week on the live stream, or 1 or 2 weeks ago now. It's been a while now. Silent Hill 2 Remake, already done on the live stream. I've done tutorial videos. I've done it up and down, all the way around. Do I think the game will be playable on the M1 MacBook Air? Well, the M1 Air with 8 gigs can easily play this through Ryujinx, but if you want the fancy graphics version, I think this could probably play it too if you play this version that I'm playing right now. Should we wait for the Canex 77 edition? Well, this edition that I'm using with the DRM-free version is a... Yeah, I'm not gonna go so far as to say which version it is. It's just a version, a DRM-free version. Okay. Seems to be running pretty well. I mean, without any DRM... It's probably a superior way to play this game without any of the DRM bull added onto it. So I think it's probably superior to play this rather than trying to get the Steam version running. This certainly looks a lot better than the Switch version anyway. I reckon this will work because the main factor, I think, if you look at the top right hand side of the metal HUD, if you look there, imagine my hand extending all the way over to the HUD. The main thing is the memory usage. So it's 4.09 gigabytes, right, of total system usage. So if you have got like an 8 gig or machine, this will probably run. I mean, it is a what 20? How old is this game? 20 years old? Yeah. Yeah. If you want, oh, yeah, this is a good point. I'm gonna leave a link. I'm gonna put in chat tech game dev. You're right. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to see like patches for Horizon Forbidden West remastered, and also more progress on the Zero Dawn remaster. Sorry, the remaster of Horizon. These game names are really confusing. Make sure to click on the link that I've just put in chat and subscribe. Let me just check. What is his subscriber number these days? What's he got these days? It's got 470. Okay, he'll when he gets the 1,000, he's gonna release his patches on the internet. So for free on the public. Anyway, this looks pretty good. Can you guys hear the audio of the game? I think I've patched it through. Can you hear it in the background and it's not too loud? I've got the volume at 7%, so it should be audible.
I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class. Apparently, the Tom's family have made
Okay. Any updates on when the Powerwall port will arrive? I covered this in my news post. It's on the Mac App Store already. You can check it out yourself.
There are many things that money cannot
Powerworld.
It seems that money can buy voters.
Yeah, Powerworld is coming out 26th of November. So you just got 25 more sleeps until you get Powerworld to come. Okay, good. I'm gonna try and skip this actually because I'm getting a new fridge delivered to my new house, so it's coming at 11 in about 2. But I just got this notification saying that it's 2 stops away, but I can see it on the map. It's not anywhere close to where we are. But I might finish this soon because I want to do Veilguard. Okay, so Red Dead Redemption. Good. Lucas, if you missed what me getting this working, just watch the video. I basically did a tutorial on this live. Okay, so you can check this out yourself. It's not particularly complicated. Anyway, this looks pretty good. I'm quite I know it's when I test games, I don't really do I don't do a super thorough job of getting very far in the games. I mean, I know for sure this seems to be pretty good. The graphics are way better than the Switch version. So if you can play this version versus the Switch, I'm buying my new house has like a slot for an American-sized fridge. So I'm buying the biggest fridge I've ever bought in my life. Okay, it's an American-sized fridge. You know, the double doors with the one big freezer side on the left. I guess for Americans, if anyone Americans are watching, they're not very impressed with it. But for me, it's like it's a big deal. I'm getting a gigantic fridge, 520 liters of fridge, and for the very first time, I'm getting an ice dispenser. Oh, sorry, dude, I knocked him over with my horse. I get an ice dispenser and water dispenser, and I have to figure out how to plumb it in. I need to get the pipe for it, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting a massive fridge delivered. So I'm not even getting it delivered here. I have to go to my new place, which is about a 10-minute walk away. I have to drive there quickly. Double door with the water thing. You know, the kind of fridge where you can open it, the doors open from the center. So, you know, throughout my entire adult life, I've only ever had a fridge with like one door hinge, right? So it's like this big, right? It's like this size. You can't see on camera, like normal, like a width of a human being kind of thing. But this one is much wider. I'm getting a higher one, which is a HAIER, which is like a Chinese company, right? They do like they do electronics. It's because like the previous owners of this property, right? They had a space for this, so I thought, okay, we'll just get the same one. But they had a Samsung fridge, and I've heard that Samsung fridges are terrible, right? And higher one was substantially cheaper. It's got a good thing. And I've always wanted an ice dispenser as well. I've always wanted a thing which dispenses ice, but I've got to figure out how to plumb the thing in, because there's got a water thing, blah blah blah. Yeah, when you've got a family of 4, I just really don't like having to like compromise on space. It's really annoying. See design, you're welcome. Glad that I can be of service. I'm enjoying getting games like this running. I do think that it'd be very interesting to see when crossover gets Red Dead Redemption 2 support working, because this is a good game, and it's the graphics are gorgeous. It's the best we're going to get until Red Dead Redemption 2 support. I do believe that in the next year we're going to get good support for Red Dead Redemption 2 crossover. I think something will happen. But what's complicating these things is that there's always a lot of problems with getting these games to work through the Rockstar Games launcher. Rockstar are always changing stuff. Like, you know, recently they changed the stuff with Battle Eye, you know, adding anti-cheat into the multiplayer version of the game. And it's very cat and mouse. It's very much a moving target. Yeah. Can you run this with a MacBook Air M3? Maybe, I'm not sure. Like I said, right, 8 gigabytes of memory are the ones being used at the moment. So if you have 8 gigabytes, this might run, because we have 4 gigabytes, 4.42 gigabytes being used. If you look at the metal HUD, maybe. Are you running it through Android? Are you using Winlater to do it? I've seen some really impressive benchmarks using Winlater to play modern games. It's been really interesting to see. Okay. Okay, I played for another few minutes. I just want to demonstrate that this works, right? This basically. Yeah, it's annoying that GTA Online just decided to like stop working. It's interesting that it happened. Like, I don't really understand what caused it to like to do that, to like make these decisions. And you know, there's also recent news about how Apex Legends is no longer working on Steam Deck and on Linux, which makes it even more impossible that uses easy anti-cheat. They just decided, you know, that the Linux users are too... I might even make a video about that. you know, there are too many cheaters on Linux, and so they've just removed support for that completely. I see it's not your regions. Can you explain how you're running it? I just joined. Well, you can watch the playback on the stream. I just did a full, pretty much a full video tutorial on this. I've used Crossover, CXPatcher, DRM-free version of Red Dead Redemption 1, and this is it. Okay, so I hope you're all satisfied. We've got like 10 minutes of gameplay. It's all working correctly. I think it's all working smoothly-ish, right? Fun fact, Apple refuses native games on M1 voluntarily if it is not optimized enough. Really? There's a lot of games on the App Store which are terribly optimized for the Apple Silicon Mac, the M1. Like Forgotten City, and there's a few other ones I can't remember. I don't even bother covering them. Okay, guys. So, Red Dead Redemption 1 working. I might come back to this a bit later if we have time. So I want to look at legit version of Veilguard. So Veilguard is the new Dragon Age game. I heard that it takes a while to compile shaders and that things are not very visible. So I'll try running this through normal CXPatcher. I just downloaded this, so let's give it a go. Try PUBG PC. No, stop repeating your requests, please. Okay. Yeah. So basically, games like PUBG you can't run on a Mac because of anti-cheat. If they won't run on the Steam Deck, they won't run on Mac through Crossover. It's basically virtually impossible. Okay, so I wouldn't like think too much about it. No Man's Sky is no longer on the App Store though. Why is that? You need to get that through Steam. So it's never been on. No Man's Sky has never been on the App Store. So I must spend a fortune buying games. Well, Steam has an excellent refund policy. I do have a lot of games, right? They're business expenses, but Steam has an excellent refunds policy. If you play it for less than 2 weeks and 2 hours, you can refund any game. So for all of you guys out there who are wondering whether games run on a Mac, make sure that you take advantage of your rights as a Steam gamer to doesn't matter what country you're in, to actually just properly make use of your refund right, your entitlement, because all of these games, most of these games just don't work on a Mac. You don't really know until you try it for yourself, and even if you're trying to test it on specific configurations, you won't really know unless you try it yourself, right? And if it doesn't work, just refund it, and then you can always buy it later. Even if you do like it, even if it does work, you might want to wait until it works even better, wait for a sale. The Steam refund policy is like the best thing that's ever happened to PC gaming and Mac gaming as well, because it just means that you can the only thing you use up is time, basically, how much time you use up. And the same thing with Crossover too. It's like people always ask, like, oh, does it work? Does it work? If you just spend 20 minutes setting up Crossover, trying downloading Steam, downloading the game, just try it for yourself. See if it's good for your configuration. That's pretty much all that you need to do. You don't need to do much more than that. Yes, you can. Also, another thing you should definitely do is to just go into YouTube and type in the name of the game and Mac and the word Mac, or maybe the model of your MacBook, and then pretty much just give it a go yourself if you don't like it. And even Macs themselves, people keep asking, oh, how is this fastest going to run? Apple do refunds. They refund in most Western countries. There's like a generous refund policy. In the UK, you can refund 2 weeks within 2 weeks of purchase, as long as it's in good condition. You get 100% refund. Yeah, so it should be fine. The specs of my Mac are written below the chat. I've written a note there of what we're covering and the MacBook that I'm using. Do I ever test games? Yes. If you just look up my YouTube channel, you'll see a lot of game tests for M3 Air. Right. I've done so much. I make so much content about all of the different configurations on Mac. I'm very surprised people don't look, because probably the first search result if you type in M3 game MacBook Air. Right. Well, not say first result. The second result. Some guy called Rich Me is on the first result in my search terms. Yeah. And I've also done tests for 8 versus 16 gigabytes of the M3. Yeah. So Lewis, some news about playing Last of Us Part 1. No, Red Dead Redemption 2 or Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 does work through crossover, so you can play that already. Last of Us Part 1 and doesn't work at the moment. Vladimir Prog is working on it, so that's why you should subscribe to his YouTube channel. Red Dead Redemption 2 is being worked on by the Codeweavers team. It looks, there's footage of it working really slowly on like an Intel Mac through Wine through crossover, so it's coming. It's going to come soon. How many Macs do I have? I have 4 Macs at the moment. I've got my M1 MacBook Air, M2 MacBook Air, both of them are 8 gigabytes. I've got an M1 Max with 32 gigabytes, 32 GPU cores, and an M3 Max, which I'm testing on now, which has 48 gigabytes of RAM and 40 GPU cores. So I've got 4 Macs in total. I've just bought 6 more Macs to test for the M4. I will refund all of those, so I'm not planning to do an upgrade, but I just spend a lot of money getting this working. Is it possible to run Lineage 2 on a Mac non-Steam game? It has an anti-cheat system. So unfortunately, most anti-cheat games just won't work on a Mac because the anti-cheats detect that you're running, A, that you're running on an ARM64 chip, or B, that you're running through a compatibility layer like a virtual machine or Wine, and it just does not like it. I just don't see... I don't really see big changes with these, with these anti-cheat companies. In fact, it's going backwards rather than forwards. So one nice thing about, let's say, Easy Anti-Cheat was the fact that you could add exceptions for Linux. So recently, a couple of days ago, Apex Legends used to have this exception for Steam Deck users and Linux users that they could still play this game even with anti-cheat enabled through Wine, through Proton. But now they've disabled that because, well, cheaters. I don't really know if that's true. So yeah, that's the state of anti-cheat gaming as well. But there is some progress being made through through Microsoft's own. They're trying to get their ARM system compatibility with their Copilot Plus AI chips, the ARM64 Windows laptops. So they've worked together with companies like BattleEye in order to get better compatibility with games. So I did a whole video about running Windows 11 on Canary. So there's the latest version of Windows through Parallels. And yeah, it's interesting that some games now work, like GTA Online and Rainbow Six Siege and Escape from Tarkov, which all use BattleEye. So there's some progress there. I mean, thinks that I'm on an SSD. It's actually limited my speed. No, I'll try anyway. Medium. Let's quit and let's do medium 10A. Yeah, it's one checkbox. Well, it's probably more than one checkbox, but the fact is that Apex Legends already had anti-cheat exceptions, and it's they just took it away ostensibly because of reasons to do with cheating. Right? Okay. Do you think Siddharth Shekhar, do you think M3 MVP is overkill for crossover gaming? Yes, for certain. Shouldn't be buying an M3 Max and using it primarily for crossover gaming. It's a waste of money. Buy a Windows computer instead. You'll get much more value out of it. Buy an M3 Pro and use the extra $1,000 to buy a Windows laptop, which is gonna play games far better with better compatibility. Question: have I tried Shad PS4? I have not tried it because it doesn't work yet on the Mac. Haven't seen any good compatible games yet. If anyone's got any kind of games working, just let me know. What is Vanguard? Okay, so running 1080p medium. Let's try. Okay, so I've heard that there are like character model glitches in this game, so I'll just try it quickly. Skip. Varric's a character from Dragon Age 2, right? I used to love the Dragon Age series, like the first game anyway. That's funny. The character models. I think character models are quite important, right? There's only 3 classes. Rogue, just like Dragon Age 2. It's very disappointing, Dragon Age 2. I really wanted to like it a lot, but Dragon Age Origins was such a good game. Like, Dragon Age Origins was such a good game. Don't really. I'm just gonna select any random class, but they've really like messed up. You know the. What am I doing wrong here? Ah, continue is what. I literally can't see the continue button when using the controller, so something's not rendering correctly. But on keyboard and mouse, I can see there's a button here for continue, so I'll use keyboard and mouse for now. Let's just get in the game. I don't care about any of this. Okay, so I'll just get to save game. I'll just get in game first and see how this is running. So Vanguard. Okay, oh, okay, anti-cheats. Valorant and League of Legends. Okay. Well, when that comes out, I'll definitely cover it then. I'm planning to get an M4 MacBook Pro as I'm an iOS game developer. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably a good move. What happened there? What happened here? Hello?
So, where were
Skip.
we? Oh.
Just want to see actual gameplay. This image is a bit cursed. Come on, guys. Just gonna skip ahead. Blah, blah, blah. I wonder what's causing this graphical glitch.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, this is what peak. This is peak Mac gaming. You know, you have graphical issues. Come on, just want to get into the gameplay bit. Interesting. Okay, so we've got. Let's go fix the controls. Okay, VRAM usage. We're using 15 gigabytes of RAM at the moment.
Them riled up.
Let's see. Okay, interesting. Okay, DirectX 12. So the character models are glitching out, but also this is. It's interesting. You can see. I wonder what the issue is. It looks like the Unity meme screenshots of the day. The face is not rendering. I wonder what's causing that. So this is what I saw on the Reddit subreddit. Like people were saying that this isn't working.
To get out of here. We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find them.
Yeah. So I guess technically this is playable, but I really don't think you want to play the game like this. This is not how it's meant to be played.
That ritual
This is a
going to
BioWare
tap into
game,
the veil. The only
not
thing
an Ubisoft
separating us
game.
from the fade and
Probably
the
far from
endless
what an
number
Ubisoft
of
game
demons.
is, because it should be in like an action RPG with a party-based action RPG. But subsurface scattering. Okay, subsurface scattering causes this.
Get down.
Let me look at the subsurface.
Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get
So I
around
guess this
it.
is technically playable as long as you don't care about how any of the characters look. And characters are meant to be one of the main draws of this game, I think, which is interesting. Can I run this in DirectX 12?
Crap.
We're too late.
The ritual
DirectX
started.
11?
But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go. Parting's this way.
So there's only a DirectX 12 version, I think. I wonder what we can do to looks like if NPCs are moving, it breaks. Yeah, I see that. You're right. So because the Varrock, is that Varrock, right? He was not moving. Like now he's fine. But if I get him to move, he goes invisible. So try lowering settings. I'm pretty sure it won't work lowering settings because of I don't think any of those settings will matter. I'm just trying to get my guy. I don't think there's any settings I can change which will fix this issue. Ambient contact shadow. Everything's on low. Maybe there's some kind of config I can tweak so that we can disable that LOD, because LOD stands for what? Load on draw? Isn't that a draw distance thing? Level of detail, right? Low res models don't have settings for subsurface scattering. Some config tweaks might. Well, you could either disable the LOD or you could disable the subsurface scattering. Let's give it a go, because this is not playable. Okay, So, what kind of game is Dragon Age Veilguard? What engine are we using? It's a custom engine, right? Frostbite. So, so we go to Frosty PC Gaming Wiki, website that I own, and we can see uses the Frostbite engine. So it's going to share similar config options as these games, especially recently released ones. So, for example, Dead Space. In Dead Space 2023, disable subsurface scattering. Is that an option? Is this information wrong then? Dragon. Let's take him with Frostbite. Okay, so we've got Frostbite. So I don't think there's an option to do this. Let's look at the config settings for this game. Do it live. Save data is in documents BioWare, so sometimes the config is there too. So we're going to do documents, my games, and then we've got no, not here, BioWare. No, what is it? Documents BioWare. Okay, not my games, BioWare. BioWare Dragon Age Veilguard. Settings. Okay, what's the difference between these options here? Not very familiar with Frostbite. Let's look at the smaller file first. Okay, we've got key bindings. Just how do you disable the okay. Whoop. Okay, so let's have a look. So is anything here? So we've got they've got settings for every single key binding for every class. Got it. But here we've also got settings. So we've got audio settings here, subtitles, dead zone. See, I've inverted my mouse here, inverted my controls. So these are the render options here. So camera shake, full screen graphics mode. So nothing about subsurface scattering, but what about LOD? Don't think there's an option here that's user configurable anyway, without going into a load of other stuff. HDR toggle, level of detail. What does that mean? GST render. GST render level of detail. What does that mean? Why is it 0? What does that mean? Render scale, that's the graphics mode. Okay, just look at other stuff. Level of detail. So at the bottom we've got just keep going down. Okay, stuff on the bottom. Sync, vignette, terrain, temporal upscaling, sky quality. I hope this is entertaining for people. This is like peak stuff, peak game tinkering, hacking. Lighting quality should be the one. Lighting quality is set to 0. Now, what does that mean? If I set this to 1, if I put this to 1 and 1, let's say level of detail to 1 and lighting quality to 1, let's press save and then see what happens. So what's this other option? There's another option here. Why is this so big? This file's really big. It's 1.5 megabytes, so I'm not really seeing the full aspect of this. Okay, let's try that. So 1, 1. Okay, LOD 1. Let's just look at it again. So we changed our... So we've changed level of detail to 1 and lighting quality to 1. Okay, let's give it a go. See if it changes anything. We'll maybe try again. Post-processing. Okay, it could be that. We'll give it a go. We'll see. We'll see what's happening. I'm not like majorly committed to this, you know, because like the actual like Steam DB numbers are quite poor. That's what I saw. 31,000. That's pretty bad for a AAA game release on PC. Not many people are excited on this. It's like for a BioWare game to not hit the very high sales numbers for hardly, you know, a big pillar franchise of BioWare. That's like a real shame, you know. Yeah. Something really killed the hype for this game, and I think part of it is the art style. It's like I love Dragon Age Origins, and I don't know why they had to felt a need to like fix it, you know, fix the art style or fix the graphics or change the combat completely. So you know, in Dragon Age Origins, you had like Baldur's Gate 2 type of a real-time pause
Harding's this way.
gameplay.
She'll get us to do
Okay, that hasn't fixed the issue, but I wonder if that actually changed the graphics settings. So I changed the, what did I change? I changed the LOD. So, okay, so the LOD, level of detail. So I changed it to 1. Right, so what if I put it to ultra?
will get us to Solus.
Okay, LOD. So that's an in-game option, LOD. And then the other thing I changed, what was it? What did I change? LOD. What if I change post-processing to high? Yeah, I don't think this is going to work. I mean, everything else looks really good. It's just this... If you just were able to fix this subsurface scattering issue, then it's just a rendering problem, okay? Okay. Extra reported that they didn't get a code. Reviews might have been cherry-picked as well. Yeah. Not good signs for this okay, what happens if we try to... This is crazy Hail Mary, but what if we run it without DXVK? What happens then? It probably won't run. Wine D3D is not as good a shape as Game Porting Toolkit. D3DMetal. The other setting that is set to medium, the light one, is the one that you changed. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this shouldn't work. I did toggle D3DMetal off. So Wine D3D can only run a limited number of DirectX 12 games, one of them being Diablo 2 Resurrected. So this shouldn't work at all. No, this is loaded up Game Porting Toolkit. I need to load up Steam again, I think. DXVK doesn't support DirectX 12. I don't think this has taken my setting correctly because I've turned off D3DMetal through the Steam bottle.
This way.
And yeah, this shouldn't be working. It's using Game Porting Toolkit, so just quit out Steam completely. Might try it through crossover preview as well, because no one's, as far as I'm aware, no one's actually tried that yet. Be interesting to see if this does work. Yeah, it's this game hasn't even cracked the top 30. There's a game called Cats, which is doing better. What on earth is this? It's Cats. What's the game Cats? Well. Actually, no, what? I'm gonna skip this. And I'm gonna run it through crossover preview, which is probably gonna get me to recompile the shaders again. What is Cats? It's one of these meme trading card games now. Yeah, DX3K on a Mac, DX3K only supports DirectX 11. Okay, what's theme? What's this? Cats. What the hell? Is this one of these like trading card games? Okay, I'm gonna have to try that. But it's only on Windows. What are we gonna do? Well, thankfully we've got this amazing piece of technology that can play the latest Windows games on a Mac, called Crossover Preview, the cutting edge. I'm not sure that'll run this game though. Why are so many people playing it? Is it because of like trading cards? It's always trading cards, isn't it? Clicker game. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try this. Come on. Good morning, Wazopt. Thank you for joining. So a lot of people ask me as well to try out the Monster Hunter Wilds beta test, but I think that is not working on the Mac at the moment either. Let me just check out the subreddit, because other people have tried it. Not this. Monster Wilds in the last week. I wonder if the Monster Hunter Wilds will work. Okay, got Steam working. What? Cats. Cats are overrated. Answer my son, he loves cats. We don't have a cat. No cats today then. It's only 50 megabytes. Come on, guys. Okay, well, I'll try this later. Okay, so Dragon Veilguard. Okay, we'll try this through here. It's gonna do the shader compilation again, I think. How loud were the fans? Not loud at all. Let's give this a go. So I really doubt this is going to make any kind of difference. Restless. My new house has got a cat flap built into the back door, so it's quite uncommon. It has bifolding doors. So if you're familiar with, it's very trendy in British houses to have bifolding doors that go from your living room to your garden, right? So it means that there are these four or five doors which can collapse together and open up the entire living room. And the door itself, the bifolding doors, has a cat flap inside it, so it's got a built-in cat flap. And it seems ideal for having a cat. But I was cleaning up the house yesterday, and so much like pet hair everywhere. But anyway, it makes me think maybe we'd get a cat one day. I'd love to get a cat or a dog or both. The previous owners had a cat and a dog, which was very nice. I thought if cats and dogs can get along, then everyone can get along. Then there should be no sibling rivalry. There should be no competition, right? So how much money have I lost because I forgot to refund a game? I have lost so much money forgetting to refund games. Sometimes it's just really stupid. Like I bought Age of Mythology Retold to test, and then I was like about to go to sleep, and then I pressed play to launch it, and then it didn't launch. So then I went to sleep, right? And then woke up, and it was, and then when I woke up, I like, oh my god, I've got 7 hours played of Age of Mythology Retold, game that I'll never ever play, and I paid like £40 for it. I'm just testing it out for crossover preview, so that was quite annoying. And yeah, a lot of games that I've tested. At the end of the day, these are all business expenses. I mean, I don't really mind. This Age of Mythology Retold. Maybe I'll play it one day. There's, it's possible. I've got too many games to play, to be honest. It is a waste of money, but it is, for me anyway, the way that my business works with this online content is that it does make sense to buy games whenever possible in order to get as much content created in a timely manner. Yeah, if I have a cat flap, I might as well,
Hunting's this way.
Okay, crossover preview. Same issue. Same problem. Okay, that's not working. Wonder what we can do. Yeah, for me, it's a business. It's a tax write-off. You just have to be disciplined. It's like with anything in life. If you have a subscription, you should be keeping track of all of them. I use Notion to do my subscription tracking. You can put in reminders, tell you to stop doing it. Don't allow things to automatically renew. These are important things. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2 is also a game that I didn't intend to buy. Okay, Steam. That doesn't work. If we can't get big AAA games to work, then we have to try non-AAA games. I have to try the latest other games to play. Cats. Of course there's a game called Cats. Okay, got to try this out now. This is another bit of... Wow, it uses DirectX 11. I'll keep on full screen. I'm glad D3DMetal is on, telling me what kind of frame rate I'm getting. This is very important. Can I get this to run? Okay. Is it making noises? What happens when you get to... I think it's like it's not, it's also screen tearing as well. Oh, it's only screen tearing on the capture, on the actual screen itself. My screen itself, it looks fine. Let me just keep going. On my screen it needs screen tearing. Ooh. Okay. Oh my god. God, my mouse hand is getting tired. Why are so many people playing this game? It's not like the cat is progressing. I mean, what is this? Karate Cat? This Naruto cat? What the hell? The graphics are definitely better than Veilguard in the current form. I think that this is... What's this? Normally with clicker games, right? Normally with clicker games, there's some kind of auto-clicking mechanic, like in Clicker Heroes, right? There's a thing which auto-clicks for you. Maybe I'm missing something in my interface. Nope. #1 in the world is some guy called Krudig. I bet they've AI generated this art. I mean, no one's like gone and actually made all of these different cats, right? Does it save your progress? Do you think if I quit, then it'll cloud sync my save games? I can't believe they didn't release this on Mac. It's like a Unity game, right? And they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother porting it to Mac as well. I mean, the least you can do is just port the game to Mac OS. Just like one button to like export the most basic possible game onto Mac OS. I do. Okay, Jason Chung asks, good day, wonder if you can get a chance to test the Monster Hunter Wild beta. I haven't even tried that, actually. Okay, I'm going to stop this now. When I get to 1,000, I'm going to stop. We can do it. This is peak content. This is all you need from a streamer, right? The most demanding Windows game possible running on a Mac. Oh, really take advantage of my M3 Max chip. Oh, I got an achievement. Okay, I can. Okay, let's not play this anymore. Stupid. Okay, good. So, yeah, what's this about Monster Hunter Wilds beta? I don't think it'll work. Sometimes with crossover, it doesn't like the keyboard inputs. You have to restart again. It'll accept copy and paste, so I'll just do that, I think. Let's just see if anyone has added anything on last month. I'm guessing this is not going to work. Coming February 2025. If it runs, Wilds will be a good test for the M4 Max. Test in Turkey. Android sai. Perché nascondi il fatto che lavori in Codeweaver? Why are you something wearing perché? Why nascondi something lavori, clothes, right? Codeweaver. Because I think that means that why am I wearing a Codeweaver t-shirt? It's because I got sent a load of swag from Codeweavers quite frequently. So when I make an affiliate sale, I get this thing called swag bucks. Swag bucks are amazing. So you can get swag bucks from swag bucks from Codeweavers. No, not Codeweavers, swag. Codeweavers. I do get free license from thingy, but they forget to renew it all the time. So I've gone through long periods of time where I don't have a Parallels license, and I keep asking them for one, and like, oh, I forgot. Now they like really want me to make videos for them. I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered anymore. Okay, so when you go to the Codeweaver store, there's actually also a swag store as well. Okay, now the swag store comes from you get swag bucks, right? I actually have so many swag bucks. I've got literally a few thousand of these swag bucks, and if you contribute as a beta, so if you're an affiliate, you can get it every time you make a sale. But if you're a beta tester as well, you basically submit reports, and then you get swag. from the swag store, and they start off pretty small. Like you use one swag buck is one magnet, which is like this big, right? And then you get the slap wraps notebooks. I use these notebooks. I've got like loads of these. I've got to use these notebooks all the time. They're really good because they've got sticky tabs. They've got notebook you can change. I've used up all of the post-its, and then you've got the bookmark things. This is great. It comes with a pen as well, but I've lost mine. And these are great. Okay, so 6 swag bucks. I think you have to submit several reports to get one of these. The Code Weaver's binding is really good, but these are kind of disposable because they're consumable to use them. And they've released a new charger lately, which I do have. I do have the Code Weaver socks. I did get these unicorn things as well. They're great. Unicorns are great. And then it comes to t-shirts. So I've got all of these. I've used the black one a lot, and the white one is the one I'm wearing now. Code Weavers. These ones are good too. I wear them when I'm running. The toolkit is really good. I've got a couple of those. The trousers, the joggers. My wife wears the women's Nike Golf Polo a lot. And then what else we got? Yeah, that's it. You can buy, and then if you submit enough reports, you can buy yourself a license, a lifetime license to macOS crossover. So basically, to get this, you need to you have to get crossover live. I think the best way to do it is to get through beta testers to do it. Okay, let's see how this is downloading. Wear toe socks. Yeah, I think I have no idea what Code Weaver's office is like, but I imagine it's the kind of place where some people wearing toe socks. Yeah, I wore the Code Weaver shirt at the half marathon. The charity that I was running for, they sent me a shirt, and I forgot to wear it try it on until like the day before. It was way too small. Okay, I was wondering anything else I can try while I'm waiting for this to go through. I also have to leave soon because I need to need to go to my other place and get my fridge sorted out. Soon. Okay. I recently got accepted to the Parallels affiliate program. How to get my free license? Well, you're not going to get a free license until you sell a few Parallels licenses. So I recommend that you basically, right, it's very easy to do, but for me it's very easy because it's like just make some content about Parallels and then put the affiliate link in your description and then get people to click it and buy Parallels, right? But it's not. It sounds simple, but it's a lot of people don't make good content. Don't make clear explanations or tutorials. In Parallels, there's like zillions of things which I haven't covered, which are just very simple tutorials on like how to do certain aspects of the Parallel software. Installing the different versions of ARM Linux, Kali Linux and Fedora, how to enable all of the settings, how to change the core counts and RAM counts, etc. All of these things could be tutorialized. So, my content is basically tutorial content, and if you just make like 100 tutorials on Parallels, you'll get a few affiliate sales eventually, and then you'll and email the team, the Parallels team. They'll notice you if you sell enough, and then ask them for a license. Ask them for a year license. I've just managed to get my 15% eternal coupon for Parallels new licenses, so I've been asking for that for like 4 years, right? But they only recently sorted it out. I've sold so many Parallels licenses over the years. It's crazy, like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of Parallels licenses. And for years, it's like every single, month or so they keep rotating it. It's just with different coupon code, and it's just really annoying because I'm not going to go back and change 100 videos about parallels the description, so that's very annoying. Do I think Bootcamp will come back? No, I don't think Bootcamp's coming back. Microsoft and Apple are too invested in their own ARM ecosystems to allow to invest time and money into that. Looking for when you review the games on the yeah, I'm doing it next week. Next week on the 8th of 1 week from now, and the 8th of on the 8th of November. All this stuff is happening. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play cats while I'm waiting. And this is Monster Hunter Wilds. Let's keep that in the. Oh, my save is gone. No, it's got continue. Oh, okay, good. Do you have my? Thought my save was gone. So I think yeah. Oh, I just gotta get the door. I'll be right back in a minute. This is like riveting. This is riveting streaming. I'm back. I'm with a hobnob. Chocolate hobnob. Best biscuit ever. Okay, 5 minutes until Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm pretty sure Monster Hunter Wilds is not going to work. Zachariah, I've heard that there's a way of getting Sparking Zero working online, multiplayer online. I'll just have a quick look at that. Somebody on the Mac Gaming subreddit said. There's a leaderboard on cards. Is there like a daily leaderboard? Because surely if I'm already over some of these guys, because Kuda's only got 2,100. Are these real leaderboards? Not rendering correctly at a small window size. It'd be pretty easy to cheat in this game using some kind of macro key. I remember people asking me like how to get a macro key working on this. I used to use macros back in the day. I remember we used to play Ultima Online. We used to have a macro to like automate mining or something. Because crew deck, right, is at 2,100, and that only takes 5 minutes to get. So this leaderboard should be moving. Oh, am I just am I reading it wrong? What is the actual leaderboard here? Like, yeah, right. Score is 2,100. I should be on this leaderboard, right? Or am I reading this wrong? Put my face back on. Hello. Oh, craft. Oh my god. What? So one click store. I have to get cases. One coin exchange. Trophy fish. Cases. Dice rolls. What on earth? You have to go to the store to buy this. Oh. So I can buy the cases here. And then... Interesting. The fame toggle in craft. Oh, okay, so I'm nowhere near. So I have to buy. I have to actually buy stuff to get. Oh, no, I don't know. Okay, verify. It's a gameplay loop I don't really want to be involved in too much. I don't think it's possible to play Battlefield 1 multiplayer anymore. I think just because of its anti-cheat. So Battlefield 1, like if it can't run on the Steam Deck, right? Let me see, anti-cheat. Yeah, it's a bad sign. So recently we've got Battlefield 1 and Apex Legends. If it won't work on the Steam Deck, which has amazing links with, you know, there's a lot of corporate interest from Valve to get games working on the Steam Deck. If Battlefield 1 doesn't work, then basically loads of other titles won't work either. Apex Legends. So it seems like, you know, Apex Legends is already gone because that's like 2 days ago. Okay, D3DMetal's turned on. I'm running it through a bottle. The M1 chip in 2025. Well, we're not in 2025 yet. But I did make a video about the M1 chip gaming on the Mac. If you just check out my Andrew Tsai M1 Mac gaming, you can find the info there. Yeah, 19 plus. I made that last week, so you can check this video out. It's cool. It works okay. Okay, let's see what popped up. I thought I saw something pop up. Don't think it's going to work. I think that was a crash window. Like popped up, in the. I think that was like a little crash window there that just popped up in the corner. I'll just press that again. And see for like a split second about here. Yeah, that was a little crash window there. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Which is a shame. But I did try this out yesterday. So one of the very few multiplayer games which seems to work is Naraka Bladepoint, which I only recently found out is working on the Mac. Quite recently. Which is surprising because this is one of the only Battle Royale games that actually works. Let's test this out and then I need to go and sort out my fridge situation. What's up? Okay, let's give this a go. I've only actually played Naraka Bladepoint because I don't really know much about this game, and there's a lot of people play this for some reason. I don't really understand why. Okay, let's put the controller. Okay, just gonna get some test footage of this working because this is one of those games which seems to work okay on crossover, not working on Whiskey. So it's a continuation of yesterday's stream, really. I need to select this Euro region. Good, good. So yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame like a lot of these online games don't work anymore. But what's surprising is that something like Naraka Bladepoint, I'm looking at the Steam charts at the moment, right? It's number 6 in the charts. So number 1, Counter-Strike. Number 2, Banana. Number 3, Dota. Number 4, PUBG. Number 5, the Monster Hunter World's beta test. 255,000 people online right now. But number 6, right? Naraka Bladepoint. Now, personally, I do not understand this. I might have to do the tutorial again to really get what's going on.
Oh, light,
What is this?
the never fading light.
The eyes we are
Level
born
2,
with
okay.
lie.
Don't remember how to play this at all. There's all this like predatory kind of stuff. Okay, let's do bot mode. Let's try this out. I played it in the past in the Battle Royale game. It's a bit stuttery at the beginning. Yeah. These shaders need to cache properly. I played it in the past, just another Battle Royale, but Asian thematically. Did Veilguard work since the new anti-cheat Battlefield 1 doesn't work anymore? Yeah, that sucks. Quite stuttery here. Let me just check the graphics setting. I'm gonna have to go here. DirectX 11. Let's change the max frame rate. Desync off. Let's apply here. I didn't save. I hate it when I do this. Okay, let's try bot mode. Can't believe this is the 6th most popular game on the on Steam. It's kind of crazy.
We don't stop until there is no one left to kill.
Okay, select this. There's lots of characters to choose from. Okay.
If you hear an explosion,
I can choose a location. Oh, I didn't mean to choose this character, but okay. She's not wearing enough for an actual battle. Let's do it. Let's put my HUD back on. Let's go see what the performance. I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. It's a battle royale, but it's like quite melee focused, isn't it? Which is interesting. It is a sexy game, I guess.
Fortune favors the great. Check this out.
Oh, so I can choose different weapons. Oh, it's a gun. It's like Fortnite. Can I go in the trees? Can I do this? Is this a valid tactic? Sniping from a tree? What? Ouch. Hey dude, hey dude.
Not yet.
This is a bot, so I don't know what's happening here. Why change weapon?
I'm out.
So I use a weapon for like 3 shots and now I'm dead.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm not doing very well. I picked up a gun, right, which is obviously
There. All better now.
just repairing my gun in the middle of a battle. Soul altar to revive. Okay, this is an interesting mechanic. Run to a soul altar, like get a round 2. Encounter the sweats, of course. What does that mean, sweats? Okay, so we can revive, but do I get different weapons?
Better place with me in it.
Oh, I got these claw attacks. Okay, maybe a bit better at melee. Gonna kill the dude that got me. Oh, this guy, this bastard. Ah. He's gonna kill me again.
Blow something up.
I'm just spamming my right trigger on my keys. It's a Unity game, eh? Looks like a mobile game. Oh, this guy.
This is broken.
I know it's not a very popular game, but I tried playing Master Duel through Whiskey, but even after trying all those things in DS3, the menu runs perfectly, the game is unplayable.
This is broken.
Double kill.
Just like new. I'm calling for backup.
What? Why am I in a mech? This is some ultimate ability. Basically, people who play all day, I mean, days of sweats. Okay.
Hold the
All
dodge button
day.
to run faster.
What kind of overpowered nonsense is this? Okay. My ultimate ran out.
shadow thickens.
Seems to be running relatively okay on a Mac.
Perfect armor for a perfect me.
Oh, I got my armor back. Okay. That go. So I can only carry one weapon in my bag at a time. Interesting. Very good at this game.
Your penance.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, good. It's got some Naraka Bladepoint footage. That's a win in my eyes. Okay, so that's good for my. And what else we got on this big Steam DB? You almost got him, yeah. You can tell I don't care about this game at all. Okay, I think I'm going to go back to a bit of Red Dead, and then I'll finish up soonish. Do 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 do. I think Monster Hunter Wilds is not going to work because it's DirectX 12. Is that right? I think it's DirectX 12. So Asahi Linux can't run DirectX 12 unless it's only on feature level 11. Because I turned off the D3DMetal earlier. Monster Hunter World. Just check this monster. PCGW. Monster Hunter Wilds is what I'm looking for. It's DirectX 11. It's a DirectX 12 game. Monster Hunter is a DirectX 12 game, so I don't think it's going to work. So Asahi Linux doesn't really support DirectX 12 games, so it can run Cyberpunk, but the driver isn't ready for anything else yet. Join Bonnie. Where's Bonnie? Yeah, no, mate, no.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands around here. Let's see if we can get you back in.
With subs. There's cheats in the game? Oh, you can just set cheats if you want. That's cool.
Saddle.
Did sound work? Yeah, it doesn't work through the digital output, but it does work if I use a 3.5mm line in. So that's what I did for some of my Doom testing in my latest Asahi video.
Okay, let's see if you can still ride a horse. Come on then, I'll show you around the property.
Dang, I'm not even halfway through your other stream and you're live again. I just thought I would test out these games. Because basically when I make videos, right, it's important to make B-roll, so like footage. I need footage to like talk about, right?
Very convenient.
And
Don't think I've
I need
ever
to test
seen
the
a
games
restaurant
too
zone store before.
and see what it's all about. I think this looks great, Red Dead Redemption 1. I just wish that there was like a DRM-free. The Rockstar authentication is terrible. I wonder if Code Reapers will
I'm no expert,
come in a fix so we can play the
but
legit
certainly
version of
looks
this
like a
game.
corral.
Now there isn't a
You've stolen more
like benefit to playing the legit version. It's mostly,
Such an idea.
you know, easy
First
cloud
impressions
syncing.
are hard to erase. Giddy up! That's
With the
train
Rockstar
station.
launcher, which is like
Maybe
hit and
you'll
miss, to be
change
honest,
since
right?
The line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folks like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes
That's the
things
train station
better.
we arrived in, is it?
Let's go.
Yeah, what I found is that the audio can, when I'm using capture card to capture the digital HDMI audio, that if I run something really high frame rate through my Elgato 4K60 Mark II, then it distorts the audio sometimes. There's like too much stuff going through the capture card.
Let's go.
So the line in cable seems to work better, although it does introduce more noise.
Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Whoa!
It saved my horse. I'm supposed to hitch my horse. Move out of the way, lady. Why'd my horse to the hitching post? I thought I just did that. I got a 3-point turn my horse.
Come on, easy up
Hitch.
now.
Okay. Convoluted.
Well, are we going inside? How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The
Yeah, I
country's
really
very
doubt that
different
Asahi
around
was going to
this
add eGPU support. I mean, they don't even have Thunderbolt support yet, so that's kind of like weird.
time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
It's not gonna. I really don't think SI is gonna add eGPU support anytime soon. It's just not a priority. It's a very small team, and just getting the most out of the internal GPU cores to get acceptable frame rates, that's something big. When you add eGPU to things, right,
Keep your eyes open.
then you have
Try not
all
to
of
get
this
yourself shot.
other stuff too. External vendors, drivers. I mean, drivers for NVIDIA cards, AMD cards. That's quite problematic.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a
Noise
lot
from sound
happier
mostly is a
we're
ground
solving
problem.
this.
Otherwise, it's a
I feel a
software
lot happier
driver.
now I got a rifle.
Yeah,
Well, with your trigger it,
it's a
I
grounding
think
issue
we
with my
can
computer. I'm not,
make
how do I?
quite a team.
How do people ground their computers? I mean, my computer's attached to a cable, to a power surge protector. How do I make it better? You know, I would have thought like digital sound capture would be the best.
God damn it, these rabbits are
Your
in
live
the
streams are
bin.
genuinely
Come
engaging.
on,
Most
let's get
streamers
rid
fall
of
into
them once
awkward
and
small
for
talk
all.
to fill silence, but I find myself watching this from start to finish. Okay, I'm glad that you
Get your rifle
are
out.
helping to increase my
Perhaps
average
these
watch
little
time.
thieves met their maker.
Get rid of the rabbits. Oh no, more rabbits. My wife couldn't play this game. My daughter would be like, no, we need the rabbits. They just want to eat.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. Looks like we'll be
Rabbits
having
due tomorrow.
rabbit stew tomorrow. Let's get back on the horses and see what else is going on. We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go.
Yeah.
The MacBook displays do have variable refresh
If it's
rate.
not the rust
I
of
don't remember what
stealing
the
our
MacBook
cows,
Pro
it's
ones
the
are,
rabbits
but
stealing our crops.
they call it ProMotion.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of
So the
leisure.
eGPU supports.
Get those
Okay,
pets
for
before
first
they
Thunderbolt, the
steal
rest got a
our
chance. eGPU support is possible. Okay, I need to kill these coyotes first. Wait a sec. Kill these coyotes.
Let's go. Whoa.
Where are these coyotes gone? Come on, dude. Sorry, doggies. Not my chickens.
Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room.
Got a split box between them, no ground problem like music
No,
still on
you
stage.
can
What's a
actually
split
handle
box?
rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience
Let me look
in.
this up.
Maybe
But
Bill
that's a
Williamson
split
did
box.
get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
A ground is that what I need? A ground loop noise isolator. Is that what I need? A 3.5mm TRS hum eliminator. Okay, adding it to my, I think. Do I have any gaming consoles? Yeah, I've got my PlayStation 3 and my Wii U, and my Nintendo Switch. I also own an Xbox Series X, which I kind of regret getting. I think I might sell that. Because I hardly use it, and I'm basically going to attach a PC to my TV in my new house. So it's kind of a waste.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Hermione Granger accent. I didn't think so. I didn't think I'm Hermione Granger. Yeah, do I need a 3.5mm Ground loop isolator. Got a container, eh? There's something about the capture which is really dark. I wonder what it is. Like, is it some display setting or something? Because on my Mac it looks great. On the screen, on this, it ain't so bright. It's got 120 hertz. The color profile is the same. Night shifts is off. Okay, yeah, if you want to find out how to get past the illegal instruction, then you're going to have to watch the beginning of the stream, because I do a kind of tutorial video on what you're supposed to do. It's a very pretty world. I wish we could get Red Dead Redemption 2 working, because I think that would be a superior game. But there's something about Red Dead Redemption 1, I think, will work a lot better on Apple Silicon hardware. I've written down the specs of the machine. It's written on the bottom of the screen here. What if they did good graphics? People always ask, like, what MacBook do you recommend? And, you know, really it's just how much money you can spend. I think maybe I will go through a video, like, talking about MacBook, which MacBook to buy. I think I'll do it after I test out a bunch of Macs. The horse run is pretty good. It's almost, you know, even though this is a really old game now, it's almost as good as like, it's almost as good as like Ghost of Tsushima, which is much more modern.
Follow Charlie. He's a good one to sniff out trouble. Stay close to Charlie.
Search where the dog for any disturbances. RAM means more, better, blah blah blah. There's a huge difference between 8 and 16 gigabytes of RAM in terms of like actual performance and applications in games. Even for games that consume much less than 8 gigabytes of RAM, having more than 8, like 16 gigs, can easily double frame rates, and makes many games that are unplayable into the playable territory. Potato. What do people actually think about when they play Red Dead Redemption 1? Like, personally, right, I find it very difficult to engage with these games because a lot of it is just like, I spent the last minute just walking around basically doing nothing while this dog is following this dog. It's like an escort quest, right? I have to patrol with this dog, and it's meant to be very immersive, but it doesn't feel very fun. Like, I know that this is a huge, meaty game where there's tons of content and quests and stuff, but the actual like minute-to-minute gameplay, it doesn't feel that engaging. I also feel the same way about Grand Theft Auto games. Like, they're really impressive open world games. We'll just shoot him in the head. Seems a bit mean. Seems that might have been a better way to handle that than just like straight up murder. RDR1 is less fun than RDR2. Okay. Have you heard the benchmark that the M4 Pro has better multi-core score than the M2 Ultra? Since like Apple have been downplaying the M4 Pro because they're going to have a hard time explaining. Well, they'll probably explain it when they release the M4 Ultra. The M2 Ultra is it's more than a year old now. So, you know, it'll be a selling point. It'll be like the M4 Pro is faster than the M2 Ultra, which requires this gigantic desktop Mac Studio like this big, right? To like house and cool, but our M3 Pro runs cooler, and it's in a portable form factor and it's cheaper. Whoa, I can wear this. Whoa, that's an outfit. That looks very impractical. Whoa, I can wear this suit, this crazy white suit. Why do I regret buying an Xbox Series X? I thought that I would be using that as like a co-op game machine. Because I wanted to play Diablo 3 with my kids, right? It's a 4-player game on console, which is exclusive to console modes. On PC, you have to use mouse and keyboard, right? But what I found is that I actually have enough computers spare now to actually do a proper LAN party at home. And I thought, oh, okay, I give my son the autonomy, right, to like, oh yeah, here's a game console. But he doesn't like game console. He prefer to play on his like school-issued laptop, which can't play games, like any good games. It's all like terrible web-based games. It doesn't have access to anything. I don't want to give him his own computer because you don't want to give a 13-year-old, right, full access to the internet computer. I don't want to use like software to track him too much. It's just really boring and annoying. M4 Max is about 20 teraflops, half the compute over 4070 Ti. Sounds about right. The fact that you can get this gaming performance without any kind of power draw from the wall is really impressive. Like you get the same performance on battery that you do on power, and that's like amazing. Well, my horse didn't like me running too fast. Ouch. Every year, Blender benchmark double M3 is 2 times faster. M2 is same with M1. Yeah. If the M4 Pro is as good as the M2 Ultra, which I doubt, the M4 Pro is probably good as the M1 Max, I think. I think that'll be a good comparison point. M1 Max is... What the hell? Coyotes. A couple of people used to die from coyotes, right? Loot him. Looted 15 bucks. How do you skin an animal without getting blood everywhere on your amazing white suit? I'm not playing on battery. I am charging through a 100-watt charger. I'm just not using MagSafe. I should probably play Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you think I should play Red Dead Redemption 2 first? Like, not on Mac, of course, because it doesn't work on Mac. Can I call my horse? Where's my horse? How do you call a horse? Andy, what will convince you to keep and not return the M4s when you run for testing? I kept my... Okay, when I bought the M1 Max, I thought, yeah, I'm just going to not use this for anything. I'm just going to go ahead and test it. But what I found was that the M1 Max was so good at video editing that I kept it for that reason, even though it cost like £3,000 or something, 3,200. And then I thought, but you know, my M3 Max here, which is a massive upgrade, right? It already does video editing really well. And as far as I can see from the, you know, the very vague charts that Apple have given, is that the M4 Max is going to be about 20% faster than the, maybe 10 to 20% faster than the M3 Max. And my M3 Max is already too powerful. Like, people already complained that this machine is too expensive, that most people won't use it. Most people want tests on low-end machines. So like, there's just no point in me upgrading. What I might buy eventually, if I can find like a cheapo version of it, is a base M3. So if I can keep a base M3 about like the M3, sorry, a base M4, like an M4, like the M4 in the MacBook Pro, I might keep that for testing purposes. But it's a lot of money to keep for testing purposes, really. Where's my horse gone? So if I lose my horse, I had my horse here somewhere. So if I lose my horse, I just have to like run back and get it. How did people like in the old days make sure that their horse was okay? Like right now in my car, I've got an air tag just to make sure I know exactly where it is. If your son said, "Dad, I want to be a Mac gamer," and you beefed up M4 Ultra, what would you tell him? I'd say, no, you can buy an M4 Ultra with your own money in your own house. If you want to play XYZ game, then just I'll give you this £500 Windows laptop will do the better job, fewer issues. The thing is, right, like I played games with my son this weekend, right? This week it's half-term week in the UK, so he's off school. We played like about 3 hours. I introduced him to Baldur's Gate 3, and we did like a multiplayer game of Baldur's Gate 3. And we played it on the Windows computer, so my Windows computer and my wife's Windows laptop, and he really loved it. I guess I could have played using a Mac, but it would have just I just don't see it very economical. If you've got 4 members of your family, hitting everyone out with a Mac is not necessarily good value, and we also limit the number of games that we want to play. So at the moment in the family, we're playing this game called Ember Knights, which we really enjoy. Right, it's a roguelike 4-player local co-op action game, action RPG, and it's really good. Right, it's a really good game. But the problem is that it's Windows only, you know, and all of these games are Windows only. And yeah, you can run it through a translation there, but it just adds complication. Right now, I can get this relatively cheap. I have a spare, relatively cheap Windows laptop with the RTX 3070 in it. I just HDMI it to my TV, and yeah, it just works. Clicking H. I think my horse has died or something. Oh no, he's here.
Let's go.
Yeah. I think I'm telling you, the moment Mac gaming becomes a mainstream thing, Windows is going down. That's not a realistic take. That's never going to happen. Right. What's your opinion on Apple Intelligence? I haven't tried it yet. Don't really care that much at the moment. Nvidia will never win. Will never Apple win. Jensen is beast. Yeah. Nvidia doing very well at the moment. Since when did RTX 3060 laptop? Yeah, RT's compared to a MacBook, it's far cheaper. Like an RTX, what me see. I think it's a 3060 or 3070. It's because it's last gen now. It was something similar to this. I didn't get it. It was a gigabyte one. I'll show you a gigabyte. I can't remember which model it is. But like, it's not cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap, but you can buy a new one for $750, and this this laptop, gigabytes like medium quality laptop, gaming laptop, right? I mean, an RTX 4060 is similar to an RTX 3070 for £750, right? Compare that to like a MacBook Air. So let's even go M2, right? I mean, this thing for $999, right? For an 8-core CPU, GPU, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. But here, what we're getting is what are we getting? 16 gigabytes of RAM and double the storage, and we can play Call of Duty Modern Warfare at 130 FPS when this can't play it at all, right? I mean, yes, this is a thin and light fanless machine, but it's like last gen. Well, I guess this is current gen. What processor? It's 13th generation Intel processor. So we're what? 1 generation behind, 1 year behind. The M2 is like, if I was to like say someone, you like playing games, well, you know, this can play triple the number of games, no anti-cheat problems compared to this. So yeah, I do consider this cheap, right? In the context of like personal computing, this is a cheap laptop. And when I bought the laptop, it was cheaper than this. It was like, I bought like I can't remember what I bought. 70 laptop. Can't buy them new anymore, but back in the day, you know, you could probably get this for. I mean, this is excellent value. Excellent value computing, you know. Curries. Like, I know that this is not I think it's almost this laptop. It's not this one specifically. I made one. Made a tutorial video on it. Yeah, this is G5. This is the laptop that I messed around with. Okay, because I did a tutorial video on how to change the solid state drive. But you know, you can upgrade the storage. It's got 2 slots for NVMe's. I probably spent like £600 or £700 from Taiwan buying this. Right, it was extremely cheap. And G5. This is the G5KE. This is G6, so this is slightly later generation. 165 hertz display. I mean, it's this one's 900 for this. Like if I find the cheapest one. At least they don't sell gaming. They used to sell laptops without graphics cards. But that's pretty good, like a G5, similar to what I've got here, right? G5. Let me see on Amazon, G5 laptop. Like any laptop with a laptop. Let's see if we can find anything with a 3070 inside it. I mean, that's like, I know £700 is a shitload of money, okay, but in the context of Apple gaming, this will, you know, a kid can do their schoolwork on it. They're getting 144 hertz refresh rate. That's even faster than a Mac computer. Yeah, I know the screen's going to be crap, like in terms of color display quality, and the trackpad will be terrible, and it's going to be made of plastic, and it's going to be bad overall, like a bad experience for a user. But like in terms of actually gaming on it and the speed and the price, like £700 compared to a MacBook, which is 1,000, right? I mean, this barely has any kind of battery life, but a lot of people don't necessarily need battery, right? They just need to have a fast computer. Okay, this is the 12th gen CPU, so probably not the best one. Oh, 3050 as well. No, it's not good value, this one. But like, if it had an RTX 3070 in it, like a last gen one, not 2 generations back, but 1 generation, even this would be okay. RTX 3050. this will probably easily beat the graphics performance of the M1 MacBook Air. Yeah, Arrow Lake 5090 GPU will be insane. But how portable is that going to be? I mean, is that going to have battery life? Because like the laptop that I got, it lasts like 20 minutes or something, 30 minutes on power when you're playing a game. Yeah. Does okay, so you're asking, does RDR1 work on Heroic? I think yeah, I think it should work through Heroic. You can play it through Crossover Preview. You can install Epic Games Launcher on Crossover Preview. Oh yeah, that's what I need to do as well. Let me test this out. Okay. If you play it through Crossover Preview, you should be able to run the Epic Games Launcher and then play Rocket League through there without having to install Heroic. So if I install Heroic, so if I install Crossover Preview, which is available for all Crossover license holders, then I can open up the Epic Games Launcher direct. And I can play games directly through here. Arrow Lake is super efficient. It's basically M3 Max for Windows, but with 5090s of battery will be on par. Will an x86 CPU with a 5090 even running at idle, would that be similar to a MacBook Air? I don't think so. A MacBook's gonna last a much longer battery. Is there any way to hide or show the FPS overlay? Yes, just type in to Google the tutorial for Android High Metal HUD turn off. You'll find how to do that here. Just Google for that. Let me just restart this Epic Games Launcher. So for the mesh, you've got an Omen 15, R5 4600, and then 1660 Ti. Yeah, Windows is your gaming laptop. Is GeForce now a valid option for Macs? Definitely. Has been for a long time. You cannot play Fortnite through Mac at the moment. Not on Crossover, not on anything really. Yeah, copy these files to my solid state, to my NAS, otherwise I'll forget to do this. And then I've got this Epic game. Yeah, being efficient is not an achievement when Intel's always been inefficient, not a great standard. I mean, efficiency is only really important if you care about your battery life. So it's about a portability issue. Some laptops are not necessarily about being portable, as in the sense that I want to use it on an airplane for 8 hours, right, without charging it. Then that's what a MacBook is good at. But if you just want to take your computer somewhere and you have access to a wall socket, then probably a Windows computer will beat that, even the laptop. Do I think the new Mac Mini base model, it will be as good as like an M3 Pro. So I'll be testing out the Mac Minis, the new Mac Mini M4s very soon. Once they arrive, I'll definitely have a look at those. And they will be, the goodness of Mac gaming is really kind of dependent on your expectations. Like, it's good at playing some games, right? It doesn't excel at any real games except for a couple. Maybe like Death Stranding will be very good on it because Death Stranding's very elastic in how how efficient, how optimized it is. So it's not really going to help that much. But it's not really good at other games. So it's not good at like pushing graphical power, and it's not compatible with a lot of games. That's really the main issue. It'll be interesting to see Cyberpunk 2077 working natively on the Mac when it does come out soon. Can you suggest some native story mode games? So native Mac games with story modes? Well, Death Stranding is a great game with an interesting narrative story. You mean actual story games with like more like cutscenes and stuff? Have you ever played Life is Strange? That's fun. I like that. Story games. The Resident Evil games that have been ported to Mac have very interesting narrative stories, like Resident Evil 7. Depends if you like horror games or not. It's like saying I can cook much faster now. Depends what it initially was. If I took 10 hours to make breakfast, now it takes 3 hours to make less hours to make breakfast. That's more efficient, I guess. That's true. Yeah. What are the good story games that are native to macOS? You know, one that I really liked, I finished, one of the few games that I finished this year, or last year, as Return to Monkey Island. Yeah, as a Monkey Island, as a 90s gamer kid, I played a lot of Monkey Island games, and I thought that was a pretty decent sequel to Monkey Island 2. It's pretty good. Arkham City is good, yeah. It's very old now, though, you know? Native Mac game. It's native in this, it still runs through Rosetta 2, so it's not fully translated. Yeah. I'm just streaming now. Do you wanna join the stream, Benji? Oh, what's the iPad? Unlock your iPad. Okay, fine. Here you go. Okay, so native, yeah. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is pretty good. The whole Tomb Raider, okay. There's if you're on a Mac, right? There's 3 series of games which have great Mac ports. Okay, 2 series. Okay, all the Tomb Raider games, the last 3 Tomb Raider games, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, bit tricky for M1 Macs, but Rise of the Tomb Raider and the other one, those have good Mac ports. So those run very, very well on low-end Macs. The Bioshock remastered games, 1 and 2, both very good on Mac. Can't play Bioshock Infinite, I'm afraid. Not very well anyway. And then number 3 is the Metro games. So you've got Metro Exodus, which is a bit demanding for the M1, but 2033 is really good. And the one before that, I can't remember the name of that. Those run really well because they're slightly more low end. So yeah, definitely think. Do you think it's possible to connect my Joy-Con controllers to Mac and play Resident Evil with it? Yes, you should be able to. If you're using macOS Ventura or later, which these games do require some anyway, then you should be able to, the game controller function should work with that. Run ray trace games now. Okay, now I think I'm going to stop my stream now because I got stuff to do with the new house and I got fridge getting delivered after 11, so I've got to go get that and sort out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining the stream today. Got some nice footage, and I hope that people find it useful looking at my Red Dead Redemption 1 mini tutorial. I'm not going to make a separate video about it because not until the official method works through Steam and through Rockstar Launcher. And also got to try out Veilguard as well, which was going to be very interesting. I hope that somehow someone manages to fix this Frostbite engine issue, or maybe Crossover comes up with some kind of tweak. But yeah, it's been an interesting morning. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.